When that crypto get the booming, I'm gonna get that. Until then, I gotta see if I got some more eligibility and some collective. But man, well, we're gonna get right. But we got Dylan there was at our body activation center. We're gonna get his body right. I seen this. I was like, oh, Dylan must be driving you because you don't got no nothing that nice. What's good, man? Before we get that chopped up, man. You was up in Colorado with my boy Prime. That ain't the problem, though. The real problem is I went to KU, bro, and you go to that phone. You should have rocked with the Jayhawks, bro. Come on, no. Man, I almost want my KU stuff up here, man, but outside, I'm gonna meet him on a good note.
It took us all around.
You know, if you gotta come off of the service road because the highway, but they just reconstructed it.
It took us back through the neighborhood.
If you go right here, it should take you through the neighborhood, and then you gotta go on through. That's how I have to come.
Have your keys. How you doing? What's your name?
Judah.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you. This is my first time. I do not know. Yes, sir. I do not know.
A little research.
Okay.
So this is the guy that does all of our film and all that stuff. This is like my uncle. I don't know. That's another thing. I don't know. You hanging out with him, so that's a judge of character. Your character ain't too high now. You with this dude right here. But you ain't got no sense either, though. So I'm trying to figure out anybody with him. We always judge their character. But
we want them to be a little crazy.
No, that's how you like your women. We don't want them to be like you want them to be like that. Man, how was the drive down? Easy?
It's cool.
Good, man. When do y'all start back up at school?
We start the 21st.
So y'all got a little time.
Snowstorm. That's why I got to.
Man, trust me,
going here yesterday.
Going to KU, I was always mad about when that snowstorm hit and school didn't get canceled. I told you, he don't got no.
You better stop talking about Judah. Shit.
Here he comes.
You want me to get him?
No, sorry.
You want me to leave a bum out there?
It's good. Papa Jordan, they call him.
Papa Jordan.
What's up? I ain't pop to you, then.
We want him to be a 4-1. What we got to do to get him down to a 4-1?
Shit, that joker there is a bullet now. All we got to do is push a button.
We're trying to get to a 4-1 so we can be like Gary.
All day long. You jump out of bed right now. Yes, you can run 4-1.
He made me look bad this morning.
Oh, you was over there, you was working out with him?
And he threw up while me and him was working out. Here I am working out hard, and he gonna throw up.
What was you doing?
Here I am working out hard.
What did he do?
First of all, you could have been working out hard.
I see how he walk around. Look how he was doing.
Hey, well, he probably did. He probably walking for one. That was a hard workout.
Hey, we ain't on that Joy Taylor stuff around here, man.
We was working out this morning. All the baddies be in the gym.
What we gonna do? We're gonna work on your. I can already look at one of your legs is longer than the other one. That's what's causing it. Go through, reset all of your muscles. We're gonna fix that knee. We're gonna pull all that compensation, all that pain out of there. We're gonna work your spine. We're gonna work your upper body, get the muscles moving and everything. Then we're gonna put you through some stuff like ground force. I'm gonna have you do that bar, do squats and things that you're gonna be doing when you get back. So we're gonna pull that compensation out. So when you're doing them, it's gonna be a lot easier because we're gonna pull out everything. And when you do a squat, that's messing up your system. We're gonna pull all that out. So that's what we're gonna do.
Jump starts.
We're gonna clear everything out of your body today, my man. Take off your shoes and get up here.
Go get the genty.
He gonna get the genty.
I told him we ain't got a set trip. I did let him know what clique we was repping over here. We should tell you over here. That's why I met him outside. Let me pull you to the side real quick and tell you how this gonna go down.
It hurts.
You have your phone on?
It's longer than the other one.
Do you have your phone on?
You got your phone on?
That's why. So you don't feel it, but when you do, so we gotta straighten out your hips so that the legs are the same.
Because I was scared to death. He's driving 97 miles an hour. Been right in Dallas traffic. I said, you fit right in.
Hey, Daddy, the color to fix his body.
Blue, I hope. Good, blue. So you know, he has a color system of the colors that you're sympathetic to, or colors that help you be more active in what you do. So mine was brown, but his is blue. That's why he should have went to KU. He would have been 2,000-yard rusher every year. We've been doing our YouTube series, so we done got a couple of the college guys, a couple of the top high school guys already on there, and just showing what we do.
Who was the dude that was down at the workout today that went to Colorado with you?
Jay Milliner.
Great.
He ran some track last year too.
Where, at K-State?
No, at Colorado.
Oh,
What'd you run to 60?
What was your time?
Man, I don't remember. Everybody asked me. I don't remember.
What's the first thing somebody gonna ask you?
So
Sub 7.
I hope.
It was you and was it another person at Colorado or was there another? Because I remember when you jumped in the track, there was somebody else at another school that was playing football. That was a freshman, I feel like. It might have just been
track.
The year you ran, there was another kid that I feel like it might have been Branch that was up at USC. But it was two of the freshmen, him and another kid that was really good football players that they ended up letting get on the track team.
You didn't run it in high school?
No, sir.
I ran one time, one track meet.
Probably good you didn't, because they don't know shit about track and Kansas.
It's too cold out there doing track season in Kansas, though, for real.
Oh, Stevie, my bad, man.
It's too cold at track season for Kansas.
Our first meet is always the first weekend in April, and it'll be
I don't do
freezing.
track and football.
That's when y'all started in April?
Basketball.
And that's when we start
So
practice in
right
February.
outside.
First meet out here, we already at the meets in February because of the time on April.
April is district. That's the first meet in Kansas.
I just can't believe a guy with that kind of turnover ain't right.
They don't be on that.
Man,
It be a little different out there in Kansas.
what you talking about?
You know what I mean? They gonna play their football. Some cats hoop. Did you do any other sports? Just football?
Just football.
But I said you gonna play football, and some cats hoop, but cats really don't be like Texas is one of the few where even if you look at it, you don't see a lot of you'll see the super fast Florida guys, but if they're not super fast in Florida, they ain't really running track. They just do football year round. It don't matter if you just fast in Texas, you have to run. That's part of the off-season program. But in other states, they don't be pushing it like that.
The way they run it.
But they don't give you can be a 4'8" guy playing receiver and they run track.
You
4'2"
ain't
guy
going to
run
build
track.
a Soto track, don't mean nothing around here.
My boy's son runs track in Fort Scott.
Oh
He
yeah.
ran 10-3 this year. He ran 10-3 and went to state.
High school?
He's at he's in Arlington. He was at Arlington. I went and watched him run. The first track meet I've ever been to here.
I remember you was telling me about that.
I tell jokers all the time. We talk about it. We had, you remember, well, I know Damon do, Amari. I tell this story every time we talk about track in comparison to states.
Yeah.
Boy runs 10-16, don't even get on the podium.
He ran
10-1-6.
Don't make it to
So
the
they had
podium.
3 dudes that I
He's
watched.
10 flat, 10-0-6, and then he ran 10-1-6.
Because they was in the same
wild.
regional as
It was the
they had
fastest.
Duncanville there.
yeah,
Boy's
high school.
son, he ran 10-3 and he's got like 2.
Shit, he didn't even 9-9.
We got the blades straightened out, things evened up.
Yeah, it's cold, man.
You can get better. It's a gift.
You get it. Like I said, the biggest thing that speed always gonna give you opportunity.
It's gone.
You're gonna get an opportunity to say, okay, we can ground if you can play or not. You ain't fast, you can actually be a good player and they'll just be like, yeah, we ain't gonna. But if you're fast, you gonna have that opportunity.
Can you talk to him a little bit about the agencies and so forth? And
Yeah. Matter of fact, what do y'all at K-State with y'all's NIL and stuff? Y'all got like this, you know, and everything. Y'all talking about tax write-offs and all that stuff. Who that for y'all? Just like the collective, or do y'all bring in like?
Just the collective, I guess you could say.
Gotcha. Yeah, and that's a big thing. I've been seeing a lot of these kids. You need collectives got bread, and then boys going wild with it. And like, you pay taxes? They I don't know. I mean, you don't know if you ain't paid. But they go out for like you like and Travis and them obviously doing a Google commercial. Does that kind of see y'all from the outside, or do y'all have like going searching for y'all?
I mean, people can hit you up through text messages, DMs,
Yeah.
experts like that. I mean, that's for me anyway.
Yeah, just the outside people reaching in, but you don't have like management just going out and getting that
you
going.
running some track? You got some guys
Gotcha,
out now
makes
for
sense.
track?
Yeah,
Didn't y'all's
few kids.
back? What was the old boy's number this year that was splitting the carries with you? What was his number? DJ. Yeah, the year left, but he ended up
Man, we done
Yeah,
took
I thought I seen him declare. Yeah, he was out there easy. Yeah, he was balling. I still, man, I'm like, every time a man get the ball, we going for 10 yards, bro. Every game, bro, we watch him like, give him the ball. Man, here come a punt return, TD.
Well, you know what it was. We put him out there to do too good. Somebody gonna come get him. We need him back next.
That last game was stupid. What you had, 3 touchdowns to 250 something?
Oh, me.
Yeah, and that's.
Get out of his region.
Next year, anybody off of the team will cut me a scholarship. So I ain't gonna say the coach. So we go to a meeting. Our coach was like, I know what the AD said. After we play Southern Miss, I know y'all gonna go out because we gonna win. He said the basketball player's gonna be out. He said, I don't give a what the AD said. Whoop they ass. Bro, that's what I called him. He said, I hate them.
Because they won.
Hey.
But this is how crazy it was back then. I'm sitting in the meetings with Perkins and Self because we just be chilling, hanging out. And I'm sitting in the meeting, and Bill said, you don't want us players fighting because they trying to win a national title. See, they ain't won nothing, so they want
At
to.
that point when that was happening, we was a top 15 team in the nation. Remember, our first 2 years, we was top 15 in the nation.
Yeah,
we was coming off the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
Remember, the Orange Bowl, we was number 2 in the nation.
When did he get one win?
That was towards the end. So when I got there, we came off the Orange Bowl and only lost 1 game, last team in the nation to lose. And then by the time I left, we was winning one game. But when I first got there, we was rocking and rolling. So it's crazy. My freshman year is the last time we beat K-State. My freshman year, 2008, is the last time we beat K-State.
And they promptly got rid of Ron Prince.
That's when Josh Freeman was the quarterback. We beat him. We smoked them like 57 to like.
Snyder came back.
We smoked 57 to 17. Yep, and that was the last time we won.
That's the last time.
Last time was 2008.
K-State back then used to get a lot of JUCO players.
They was big on that.
Jordy Nelson was a walk-on.
They had some boys back then.
They would gray shirt the kids.
Yeah.
So they get 2 years.
We used to people fall, do all that stuff. I watched Tavon Austin.
I got another kid there.
I said, I ain't that, bro. And I'm talking about I had those plays. If you watch, you like, I was like, no, if that's what, I said, no, that's what elite of elite. He was the coldest dude, bro, that I ever seen in my life. His stop, go, to change the direction. So it was Geno Smith, the quarterback, Tavon Austin, and another dude, Stedman Bailey. Yeah, bro. The one I ever had, I remember we played an early game at 11. I probably led the team with receiving that game with like 50 yards, didn't do nothing crazy. Come home, watch my best friend, he played on Baylor. They play in West Virginia.
183.
Stedman Bailey had 300 yards receiving.
This time
300.
20 was fast.
Baylor had a receiver that had 300 yards receiving. And throughout that game, there was another 2 receivers with 200 yards and like 6 receivers in the game with over 100 yards. I don't literally, the score was like 72-73. We had just lost and we had like 142 yards, and these teams literally got 2 guys with 300 yards receiving in the game.
Like, had best receiving crew.
Like they had the run of like a year run, just getting like receivers to receive
one time.
Oh
my!
Yeah, they had Kendall Wright. They had Terrence Williams with the Cow that used to play for the Cowboys. Josh Gordon. They had Tevin Reese, who was cold. They had Corey Coleman on the squad. Like, bro, dude had like Blitton the call, and all these dudes ran like 4.2s. Like your side, but he just.
But I think he was out running. I used to break. I watched all y'all shit on YouTube.
Yeah, me and
Yeah, smooth with how he runs. He's just, he was like a short Teddy Ginn. Like, don't like they haven't effort at all.
Yeah, and that's what you want to be.
Yeah, no.
You gonna be a junior?
Yeah, I'm about to be.
Yeah. So you gonna do one and done? I mean, no be done.
Nah, he do that 7 more. Like he's Alex Cast 10 years in.
If you ever want to get in the portal and want to stretch his career, San Antonio.
Don't let me pull. 1, 2, relax.
Well, you know, that money like.
Hey, that's different now. He
Number
ended up
6.
He ended up winning the National Player of the Year.
Number 6.
Yeah, receiver. 2,000 yards, 36 touchdowns.
Oh no, he was
90-something catches. Averaged 22 yards a catch on 96 catches. 2,000 yards receiving. And this wasn't. They played like one of the toughest schedules for, especially a public school, probably in the history of like public. You have to play DeSoto. You have to play Duncanville. You still even like schools that they played this year. Out of 16 games, 11 were playoff teams. Yeah. And the schools that they played had 24 state titles combined.
What's that guy's name?
10.
Well, you think and everything working right?
Like 7 and you 1 and 3. He had a good year this year, man. In the ACC to be year 1.
Well, I almost went.
All right, man. I wish he would have went there. Yeah, I would have went to it.
Egglute ain't doing nothing.
Who?
Egglute's doing 0.
It ain't fine at all.
Yeah. I think he's running 4.3. He gonna get off the tape. Be running 4.2.
So
getting out of bed. His muscles ain't even firing.
That was all you had?
Is that bad?
Yeah.
Yes, that's bad.
But he did work out.
Yeah, that
It
ain't.
should still.
Be able to lift your leg up as your glute just being able to,
Yeah.
You know, they get turned on.
But this was the shorter leg.
Mm-hmm.
It was the shorter
Leg
leg.
in
And
the work.
this foot had a lot of trauma in the bottom of this foot.
So
That's the one that was.
when you
jumping.
start talking about absorbing force from the feet up, your feet were not allowing your hamstrings and none of that to fire. So you wasn't really sticking your feet in the ground like you could. So when he gets done, boom, you're gonna put your foot in the ground and go, oh shit. No, seriously. So what he's doing is he's linking your neurological chain back together because it was fucked up. And it sounds crazy, right? But shit you ain't probably never heard. That's why we're the best at what we do.
No, if he seriously, he gets off this table.
Oh yeah.
Leg high can.
And he don't have no track technique.
1, 2, 3.
Is that important or?
Absolutely, when you run the 40.
Like I said, in the field it's different, but like you said,
Going from here to here, nobody gets any faster after elite guys 60, but nobody gets any faster after 30. It's making that transition and using the energy that you created in your start. You probably got a really good start, right?
Yeah.
As you go, right? The thing is, you want to maintain that. And the only way you maintain it is proper mechanics. Posture, arm action, ground strike, foot strike. Real fast guys,
Leg up.
You see, they come out and transition because you're not getting any faster, and they understand that.
Yeah.
So big top end, they're trying to
1, 2,
hold
3.
the energy that
Relax.
they created off of that good start.
Yeah.
And
And it's so funny because BK went out there and he looked good to be a big old.
He did.
Literally gonna take last, but you're gonna take last.
Yeah.
Talk about winning, you're literally taking last.
Now, remember when he ran Buda Baker?
Yeah.
Dylan, this example of what top end looks like.
Yes.
Buda Baker was like,
Yeah, little them knees.
come here, boy. You know,
Yeah, no, that
relax.
that was impressive.
So if you're gonna run 4-1, your gift already is you can run 4-3, right? Jump out of bed and do it. You gotta learn how to transition, and you're not gonna get that through doing a whole bunch of weights and all that, because you don't need all that shit, man. God gave you something everybody ain't got. But to learn how to make that transition to top end, that's track shit. And all those guys that ran 4.2s, they look like track guys, didn't they? It's a different animal.
So how long would it take him to get to a 4.2? You think?
Shit. After he gets doing
After
this
table?
stuff, after he gets done with the table, then going through a couple sessions, man, of just knowing what to do with your body.
Leg up high as you
Because I'm
can.
talking about shit that you probably ain't never heard.
1,
Like
2,
that's look at all the fastest 40s, maybe 1 or 2. All of them look the same coming out because they know how to do that track toe drag. Like only people out doing the toe drag because you have to understand what it's doing.
It's body angle.
Yeah, and most coming out, you know, these a lot of time. But those track guys are covering ground.
And you're pushing ground away.
And then they're doing, you know, force weight. So that's the difference. If you go look at every last one of those guys from Goodwin to Worthy, they're coming out in that track style start that MJP always wanted to teach guys, but they were. The problem with it was a lot of those football guys
Huge
didn't understand none of the mechanics. So by the time that they got to
difference.
He's not
MJP,
using his back as much.
Yeah,
but
huge
yeah, but the
difference.
start and the running mechanics, you automatically faster.
So he's here. He'll win.
The 20.
So what's the thing?
So spend some time at the.
Yeah, what you got tomorrow?
Yes.
Leg high as you can.
But
What kind of
going to
workout y'all
40.
doing on Anders?
There we go.
Every morning, that's
about
he's
that?
doing jumping,
Okay.
push-ups,
Body stuff and like
yeah,
lifting
just,
more stuff.
and
Okay, we need
stepping on
after
boxes.
y'all there, y'all need to pull up so we can do football movement and all that stuff and talk about some running form stuff like more that stuff more than that. So yeah, how did it work out last today? So that put y'all about 9:30 to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, about meet over at the facility like at 12, something like that.
Leg up high as you
Yeah,
can.
don't do nothing early.
Look at that compared to the first
Oh,
one.
yeah.
That's the
1, 2,
time.
3.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Huge difference.
Yeah, you know, get his first, more than anybody in my city and in my state.
25 people.
You said what?
You said you wasn't competing but against 25 people in Kansas.
It don't matter, though.
How do you become pro? Hey, look,
Where's that pilgrim at?
He's a great connector because you see he just talk. So he gonna go talk. You can go have Obama, Michael Jordan. He gonna go holler at him.
Player?
And he gonna get what we needed. He's like, hey, we need you to try and get them to.
He'll bring
He gonna do that.
Oh, he's in Toronto. Talking about Grady Dick.
what was that one kid named Carson something?
Boy, stop playing.
The dude that's averaging 6 points a game.
Take the
My
hoodie
boy's
off.
averaging like
Yeah,
19
take
points
this
a
off.
game. You know? Hey,
Hey.
my averaging 19, almost gonna be a star.
Hey.
Well, wait a minute.
They said you're-
almost going to be an all-star.
No, he's on the verge of being an all-star, really. You remember they was talking shit on me last
Oh,
year?
yeah.
Hey, you don't know saying nothing right now. Cause
Well, you know,
Remember his name?
I started cheering for him after they sent him back to Wichita to the Y to work out.
I'm still looking on a highlight the other night. He made a layup.
They
Stop
said
playing.
they moving Brady to the G League.
Yeah.
Then they said they sent him to Wichita to the Y
Hey.
to get a little bit stronger.
Hey.
I'm gonna give Grady the credit. Grady turned it
He
around.
done had a good year. Like I said, it'd actually be way better. Like he's like finisher the rim. If he can finish around the rim, he'd be average like 25.
No, I'm just thinking we might be ready.
Man, shit. At least both some
Lock it.
clean socks, bro.
One, two,
Football
three.
players ain't shit.
Don't let me go across. 1, 2, 3.
So what is Gente good at, y'all?
Yeah, like me, man. Nice. Genty gonna be good.
You hear that, Dylan?
How much does Genty weigh? About two?
Two.
Weight,
Let me bring it up.
170. What did you come into school at Colorado? So I came at 157. How to be 170? Does that feel heavy for you, or is it like good? I came in 157. The
Like
very
it
next
down,
year they
don't
put
let
me
me
in
lift it.
170. I went
1,
from
2,
breaking every school record in the summer to taking last place. my lower would hurt. My hamstrings would hurt so much. I had to drop down back to 162 before I could.
Yeah.
Don't let me press down.
She's perfect.
1, 2, 3.
She was rolling. Boy, his abs failed like.
So
Got it.
You know, we tell him we get his tool belt full.
yeah, that's
If
what,
you learn how to use your tools, you're good. You hear that, Dylan?
Yes, sir.
that's the biggest thing. Is a
Across
lot of
the
guys
chest.
don't realize.
Same thing.
Come back up.
No, come up.
Oh, come
Sit
up.
up. Yeah. 1, 2. Still a little bit. Lay back.
His core should be like.
But yeah, that's the thing. A lot of guys don't realize once you get to the league, it's literally so small of what you're doing on the field. It's everything off the field, the film, are you staying healthy? Are you putting, you know, in you making sure you got just
Come
a
up
cold
again.
tub at the crib, like those, because now y'all all got here for a
Right.
reason. And y'all all got to the league for a reason. Like there's a lot of like, you know, the internet's missed on is quarterbacks, right? But in college, you get a lot of guys that we thought was good receivers aren't really good running backs, linemen, but to the time when you go to the league, those other positions are
Come on
pretty
now.
close to what you thought the person was. And you have some guys that are bust, whatever.
1, 2, 3.
But it's the
There it is.
small things.
There it is. All right, let's stand up.
Phil, how much ab work do you do?
We do abs every
No.
Outside.
Check this out. What they do is what average motherfuckers do. You are above average, so you gotta do above average type shit. That make sense?
Yeah.
So if doing 200 abs, you need to be doing 500 abs, right? So when you're in your room, at your apartment or whatever, you know, your abs. What's that scar right there, D? Did you check that?
This right here? Oh, it's from baseball.
Oh, you used to play baseball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so on the knees.
Oh, yeah.
I used to stay playing baseball.
Arms down.
But he need to do abs.
Don't, no.
Wait till
Don't let me speak.
whatever they do.
1,
What,
2, 3.
Dylan,
See, this
Dylan,
words.
whose business is, and it's your business, you know, what he just said, it's your investment. You're only gonna get out what you invest. That's what we were talking about this morning.
That's what happens to exceptional athletes. They get caught in this rut of an average workout, but they're above average athletes. You know what I'm
And the
saying?
biggest thing is actually talk to remember we was just talking about Seth, right? So I asked him on video, like, what made you do all the extra reps? Right? He's like, because he's like, I know the school workout or the workout that you're even giving me with other elite guys, we're not all going to the NFL. So he's like, but if people that I know aren't going to the league or doing this workout and able to complete it, I can't just do what the guy that next year is going to be a lawyer or, you know, he's like, it just don't feel right knowing that that guy ain't to the league and we just did the same thing. But I expect to be, you know.
Listen, Brian talk about his workout.
Even Michael Jordan.
Yeah. But he says, I do three. If I do three workouts and you do two over a year, how much farther ahead am I? But I gotta put
now
in
we're going
the
another way.
time because
1,
I
2,
want
3.
the great.
Going to see LeBron from one year to the next year. Once he hit his max, it's going to be the smallest little thing of like, hey, you a little better with your left hand.
More balance going down.
Now compared to his back here, now it's
So once we get that part right, then we'll move to something else.
right there. It went from about 24 inches away to like 3. You right there now.
How you feel?
I feel good.
Okay.
The way you get faster is by absorbing ground force.
You know what a pogo is?
Hands is door open, boom. Now we can accelerate and explode off the ground. So every time you do pogo, kick those toes up. Yeah, gonna do it. Okay.
Bron and them spending $1 million on their
good.
body every year. Just,
good.
bro.
Good single leg pogo. Gonna do
22.
5 this time.
Jimmy Butler's big on doing stuff like this.
Left one.
Did you watch the basketball thing?
no, I'm
right.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
All things,
So
you
we've
should
already done
search
it,
for
bro.
those things. Because the quicker you find them, the quicker you work on them, you could have,
Can
maybe
we
next year you have a
correct
good,
the vertical 360?
year next year, let's just say you have a 4th round
I
draft.
don't
pick.
know. Everybody's
They
different.
cool. You find those things. I would have went for 1,700 yards a year. So that's what I always want guys like you to understand. Go out on every day and search
One
for
of
things
the,
that you're not good
Guys
at.
that follow
Bring
us.
them back home and then be like, bet, this is what I'm
Everybody
gonna
doing
do. Because I get this 10 times
Where
better
we-
than y'all right now.
Oh.
None of y'all will be on the same field with me. So that's one thing I always tell the guys. Because there's some guys that just good. And it's like you want your work on. For you, you just find that 1, 2 little things that you're like,
Fix it.
I really need to do that, and I guarantee you, the things that you see and you're excited about in your game will no longer be exciting because you're like, bro, 100 better player than I was because I was doing that. That's like the basketball player we all grow up with. That's cold, but we know everybody that plays with him know he can't even use his left hand. It's like he left hand. Before he got in trouble on that, Tyreek Hill hit me on Instagram. This when I was training all the NFL receivers, DBs. He said, bro, I can't play running back no more. I need to learn how to run routes, but I don't know how to run routes. He's like, I gotta play receiver, and I'm terrible at receiver. Can you help me? And now look at Tyreek Hill. Think about that.
Will Packer and Dominique Dawes are minority owners of the Falcons now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Boys is getting on, bro. Like, boys
Dogs,
is-
you can only absorb so much stuff.
The Raiders just fired. Oh Lord, what the world coming to? What you mean you trying to get on, Mr. Jordan? You trying to get on a podcast?
I know, right?
You see what it do?
You called it a long time ago, and I was like, man,
You want to know why I got so many pros?
Why?
Because I have great information.
What information you got? What? Give me. Look, watch this. I always say, no.
He trying to steal my-
He gave you good information right now.
When your
One and
grandma,
vote.
hey, your grandma cooks a pie, she never tells nobody. That's the family secret.
But what information you give to him? I want to know.
What information I give to you today? Whose business is it?
Oh man, that boy got that on my IG. Stevie rehearsed it. When Dylan get in town, I'm gonna ask him.
tell him what to do.
I'm not telling him what to do. It's his business.
He said, I'm gonna ask him, who business is it? And I'm gonna tell him, say mine. No, don't get this man none. He ain't do nothing. But he probably
Sit over
do
there and lie. Thirsty from lying.
Dylan,
Oh,
you
man. No, you been around him enough, and you comfortable enough to be down here. You know what's up.
This is what happens.
No, we enjoy people that are on top that actually do what they
I
supposed
always
to
tell
do.
people to meet Stevie, believe half of what he says. Well, listen to half of what he says and believe half of it.
Believe
Believe half of it.
I know.
Me in high school,
I know how
Stevie?
many LeBron.
What you average?
I averaged 18.6.
That's how you know you lying, boy. You played what year?
1984.
And that's why, and giving me the .6, I know you lying.
Why?
When he threw the .6 on there, you ain't averaged no 18.6.
So you hate this.